you guys have seen this one. Very stream heavy. Consistency in your streaming is going to be the name of the game here. Who's got it better, Brazil or the United Kingdom?
Okay, so yeah, if I had varied mod usage, 15 hidden, 15 hard rock, 21 hidden hard rock. So it's pretty evenly spread out, really. Complete opposite of Fool My Soul.
Yeah. Also, guys, we are going to, for this match, United Kingdom versus Brazil, it looks like Daiki will finally be able to join us here.
Hooray, I finally got the client working. So yeah, I'm going to be jumping in straight into United Kingdom versus Brazil. And after a little bit of a delay, looks like we're going to be counting down to the first match in UK versus Brazil. And these are actually the top seed versus the high seed in this group. So there's potential for a lot of back and forth depending on how consistent these players can hold. And it looks like Mouse Easy is going HDHR, which might be pretty interesting to see because of all the streams and low circle size, it calls for a lot of spaced out streams. The first break coming from Mouse Easy, who's going HDHR. Also, I didn't actually notice that Fenrir is also going HDHR on the Brazil side, which does give Brazil the mod advantage. However, that break does not help Brazil at all, giving United Kingdom the edge in the early stages of this map. Doomsday still holding the double S with Hidden. Just taking a look at the accuracy all around, despite holding Hard Rock, comparing the two Hard Rock players on both sides, Bubbleman versus Miyazono, the UK seems to have the edge in terms of the accuracy there. And Murtrax also with the drop on the Brazilian side, which does not bode well for them. All the players holding... Oh, I just misspoke. Mid-Trax, Mizuno, and Bahamut dropping a little bit after the long-for-long streak, probably in the transition afterwards. However, the double break from Brazil's side is compensated by UK, and Mizuno making another drop. Bubbleman with a drop on the UK side as well. However, Doomsday just broke the double S right as I was about to comment. The fact that he's still holding the hidden double S.
I feel like he's about to break his previous score on this. Because last time played against Sweden, he did that with 99.12% accuracy.
Bahamut drops, but it looks like it's not going to matter because the song is already over, giving the United Kingdom the first point in this match.
Yeah, so
Doomsday with a disgusting score.
Yeah, he just beat his last score by 25,000 points.
And Fenrir with the higher score, but that's because he had the HDHR. Mouse Easy actually, I think, underperforming in comparison. You kind of have to wonder like how much practice they put in and how much testing they did to see the benefits of HDHR on Score V2, and whether just Hidden or Hard Rock was a better choice, I guess, in that case. But UK actually breaks that pick because that was the Brazilian first pick. So now we will head into the UK's pick. And I'm going to be the first to admit that I'm woefully ignorant of a lot of high-level standard players, so I don't exactly know really how people's skill sets are really catered to. I don't know if Deadbeat, you have a better idea.
Well, Deadbeat might not have a better idea, but
Z-Trot, you're back.
yeah, I'm back. Obviously, Bubble Man is best. Airman is second best. Bubble Man all day. But it looks like, the United Kingdom winning there on FI is probably just, I mean, you got Doomsday there. He's super consistent with streaming, always has been. Makes no sense to me, seeing as he plays with a mouse. But he can stream mouse buttons or key buttons. It doesn't matter which one for him. I do believe he sticks with keys when he's in serious mode. But Bubble Man, I'm not 100% sure on their play style, but definitely they're one of UK's finest. In Brazil, we've seen Mouse Easy year after year. Finrir also returning. Now Maya Zono might be a name change, or and I apologize if I forgot, but I see so many names. And Murtrax looks new to me as well. So in terms of like roster changes from previous years, that's about what I'm seeing there.
2015 roster was February, Nasivi, Kyo, Finria, Suki, Short, Polako, Hides, Miyazono.
Yeah, so Miyazono was there, and I kind of felt that they were, but I'm not 100% sure. We have so many different M names on all the different teams, so I forget. It does happen. But
Pretty sure
Dooms
you
is
could
literally
change
impossible. Yeah. Dooms is literally impossible to forget because he's like cemented into my brain. I used to play multi-games with that guy. All right. So it looks like we're having a little bit of an issue for our fourth connection for the UK.
And it looks like they're picking Skyclad for their next song, despite having connection issues that they're trying to sort out right now.
Ah, so they're using a Nomad. Hooray! Nomad love. Now,
I don't know what's probably better for UK.
Also, in the other match that is going on right now, Mexico versus Argentina. Mexico has taken the first game. I'm not sure which song, but it is 1-0 to Mexico.
all right. And for anyone that knows about Brazil and the United Kingdom, Brazil are our speed demons. Usually they are very proficient in anything 200 plus in the BPM category. So definitely speed is something they are very comfortable with. Double time does not bother them too much. The UK, like Deadbeat said, while they can play double time and they can play hidden and hard rock, I feel that their strongest is probably a combination of hard rock and hidden. That being said, I have seen Doomsday leave some pretty ridiculous double time scores. So, but as an overall, I do feel like Brazil probably has the speed advantage going into this.
Well, we'll know soon enough.
Very much so. We should see the connection in just a month. James Like is moving in here.
I mean, he can't be too far away. Hopefully when we've got James like in, we'll be ready to get this match underway again. I'm surprised they haven't changed the song yet, though.
Yeah, that is a little bit on the different side there. It does look like, well, it does look like they managed to get Helix though, so they might just go ahead with Helix.
It looks like they'll probably go with Helix.
And they did. They picked Skyclad.
Yep, they picked Skyclad while this whole thing was happening.
Yep. It's totally expected. Like, you know, the managers have to move in all the people from the different clients and keep track of a whole bunch of other extra stuff. So
Definitely.
kind of missing out on that song pick isn't too crazy. I mean, there's a lot of weirder stuff. Bubble mean. Bubble mean.
I get called that more often than I'd like. Poor Bubble.
And you know, this Skyclad, this song is pretty simple. It's really not that hard, unless you're geared to high. Ooh, I just realized why they picked this. Maybe Brazil's usually really good at fast paced, and this thing has a lower AR if I'm not mistaken. Isn't it 8 or 7?
I got it. 7.
Then if it's 8, they're trying to play the slow means no-go card on Brazil.
I do know there's a slightly small circle size compared to the rest of the maps.
Yeah, I think it has a 3. Or is it a 2?
5.
5? Oh, yeah. You know, I'm thinking backwards.
Yeah, the wrong way.
But yeah.
Yeah, there are like a couple of wonky jumps in the middle that could potentially break combo.
Yeah, but with this one, it's not really. There's not a lot of very forced patterns. There's not a lot of crazy jumps here. As long as you just stay calm and watch what's coming at you, a full combo should be guaranteed on both sides. Unless you are a very reaction-based player, then this map might actually trip you up.
And I mean, at least harkening back to the previous pick, I've already forgotten exactly what it was.
FI. It was FI.
Thank you, FI.
No problem.
I think, at least from the general looks of it, UK have like a little bit of grasp on accuracy as well, which could matter a lot in the simplistic or more simplistic maps such as this.
Very much so, Daiki.
And it looks like it at this moment right now. Oh, Bahamut actually dropping at the end of that screen.
Yeah, that's not going to be good for the United Kingdom early out here, but their biggest bet that they're probably taking on this is that Brazil overjumps something or tries to go into it too quick. As you said before, you could definitely see that their accuracy is a little bit on the rocky side here, but with that drop from Bahamut, it's going to be very hard for them to pull back.
So 2 players still holding that double S, Mouse Easy and Doomsday on Brazil and UK's side, respectively. And Mouse Easy actually being the only one with that double S remaining. It's becoming a catch-up game for the UK, and actually Idealism makes a drop right there.
Yeah, but they still do have the lead at the moment here. If they can manage to hold that with accuracy alone, that 100% that Mouse Easy is giving them is a huge help at this moment.
Definitely. And Bahamut is actually looking like he's struggling a little bit with the accuracy, dropping that over to 95 compared with every single other player who's at 98 plus. But yes, Mitrax does drop on the Brazil side.
Yeah, Bahamut also dropping right next to him at that same section, that slow jump down, catching them up there.
At the same time, the lead does go over to the UK.
Helix finding a late miss here might possibly be able to bring this back, but it's very little time left. It's going to be really close.
Right down to the wire.
Ooh! Oh, Mitrax and Idealism now!
And Helix drops as well, but the 2 drops might have sealed the deal, and that gets the second point over to the UK.
That was so close. That could have went either way.
Mouse Easy and Doomsday both hitting the same score.
Oh, wow.
Or rather, same accuracy spread.
Yeah.
And actually Bubble Man too, which I did
and you
not
can
even
see,
look at.
like with Score V2, the crazy part about this is everything on the board for them is identical. But it's where those drops happen what changes the score. And it's not by a large margin, but it's enough. Well, that and the spin. I think Mouse Easy might have spun a little harder. Was there a spinner in there? I just brain farted. I feel like there was. In before, nope.
maybe at the end. But
Yeah.
then again, we were too focused on a bunch of... Yeah, there was a spinner at the end.
There was a spinner at the end. Okay, dude, it was crazy. There was so much going on. And I was just like, oh man, oh, it looks like we're going to see Utopia played next. This is a really fun one too. Now, unfortunately, when you add Hard Rock to it, it's not fun for me. But in terms of everyone else, I don't see this one being too hard, but it definitely is a fun map. Very free-flowing. Really easy to keep rhythm to. The biggest thing you're going to have to worry about here is, what Hard Rock adds to it, making that approach rate a little bit faster and making the overall difficulty a little bit higher, meaning accuracy is going to play a very vital role in seeing if we have the UK pulling a third point or Brazil coming ahead.
Definitely. And also, in the other match, Mexico versus Argentina, Argentina has won the second match, bringing it to a 1-1 tie.
Yeah, and this Hard Rock pick is a little bit out of left field for me in terms of Brazil because, usually they're represented very highly in their speed, not so much in their accuracy. So taking a Hard Rock pick and going into it means they must be feeling really confident about their overall accuracy. If they've managed to bring it up since last year, they could be very scary because their speed is one of the unparalleled in terms, like Mouse Easy has shown time and time again that their speed is ridiculous. Finner showing that speed is one of their strongest points.
Yeah, and both Fenrir and Mouse Easy went HDHR, and their accuracy wasn't that impressive compared to the UK's HR picks. It might be the hidden that was affecting it too much, potentially, and they might actually have just a lot of comfort in this HR pick for them to be going for it right now, especially given that they're down 2-0 right now.
Very much so. This is a really chilled out jam though. I can get behind it all day.
Like, I was gonna say something. Wow. Okay, so players can be comfortable with like Hard Rock and other mods. However, like you do also have to consider that it is the whole team that needs to be comfortable with it. Like with Score V2, the potential for carry is much less pronounced, as a massive combo will not be able to carry the whole team by itself.
Very much so. Granted, we've seen a couple of matches today that probably would have went to the opposing side if Score V2 wasn't implemented just because of combo alone. But, pushing all the players to perform as best as they possibly can is a much more fair outcome than, just having one player manage to, don't worry guys, I carry us to victory. We will see our first drop from Miratrax.
And Idealism also looking like he's struggling with keeping good accuracy. His accuracy spread isn't as concentrated as any of the other players.
Yeah. And that's just, in my personal opinion, that's just kind of how I feel about Brazil usually. Their speed is amazing, but the accuracy is usually where they get hit. So it kind of confused me that they'd be okay with this. Mouse Easy's holding a decent combo, but we will see a drop from them as we still see full consistent combos. Ooh, twice. But we do still see full consistent combos from the UK side, everyone holding very well. And this is a Brazilian pick, which is leaving me a little puzzled.
Yeah, now looking at the results, or at least, yeah, the song is almost over, and it actually is over, giving UK the third point. But looking at those results, you have to be kind of confused as to why Brazil would pick Utopia here.
Idealism's accuracy for that one was just ouch, and you could see that all the players were having some struggle moments, and even Mouse Easy dropping twice there. Finir, the only one holding that full combo, definitely felt comfortable with that, pulling a very respectable score in his own right. I think the only one that actually outscored him was Bubble Man.
Yes, that is the case. Also looking at Idealism and Miratrax's score, Miratrax has had much better accuracy, however had 2 drops, but that almost gave him 2/3 of the score of Idealism somehow.
Math.
Score V2, ladies and gentlemen.
Full combos. A's are tough. I know, Pen. I know. It is very hard to full combo an A something. You almost have to, like, you gotta find, like, a perfect place to just mess up if you want that, you know, legit A.
Now I wonder what UK goes here, because they have pretty free reign at the moment. They have a lot of leeway, and they probably have multiple options out to actually close this out. And Brazil, of course, is going to need to kick it into high gear right now if they want to even take a point off of UK at this point.
Yeah, and I mean the United Kingdom just playing consistently, and they seem to have a really relaxed approach with it. I feel like it's the way United Kingdom goes into most of these World Cups for the most part. We might see some, you know, UK boy hype later on in like warm-ups in the round of 16 or something like that, but they usually come into the group stage really humble. All right, so we are just waiting for the next pick here. I do believe this is the UK's pick, so we should be seeing something come from them here soon. All right, and it looks like in the Mexico versus Argentina match, they brought that to 2-1 in favor of Argentina, and the next team to pick is Mexico.
It looks like Bubbleman and the United Kingdom is selecting Mikanse.
Oh, there's no way I'm even going to attempt to try to pronounce that.
Kokyo-kyoku. It took me a couple seconds.
Oh, okay, hold on. I guess that kind of makes sense. So it's Mikanse
Kokyo-kyoku.
Kokyo-kyoku? That's as close as I'm getting to it.
In any case, this is, I think, one of the harder picks in the no-mod pool. Like, barring maybe like Hajimete Girls. There's a lot of strange transitions in between the sections that can take you by surprise. And also, it's OD9, so it's up there in terms of timing difficulty.
Yeah, this should be pretty interesting here. I feel like the United Kingdom is just going to try to stay consistent with it, but as this is a little bit of a faster song, we are doing the extreme difficulty here. I feel like Brazil will be very comfortable in this pick itself.
Potentially. However, we do have to remember that all of them have to hold up under pressure because UK is looking pretty consistently solid, which is very important in this team-based setting.
All right, and as we're getting into the first 15% of this, it looks like everybody's holding pretty consistently here. Not seeing any really big drops here. 3 double S's on Brazil's side, and only 1 double S held on the UK side. So,
and despite that, UK is still holding the lead.
You are correct. It does look like the third double S was dropped, but Finnair and Mouse Easy still holding theirs. And that
Stay on the UK side, it's still holding in.
yeah, and the reason why the United Kingdom's still in there is you can see Idealism's accuracy is kind of low here at 97%, trying to climb back up to the 98% margin there.
Looks
If they can do that,
up, though. Brazil
yeah.
has taken back the lead.
Oh!
Their track makes a drop there. That is not good at all.
Yeah, that's gonna just move the lead directly back over to the UK.
Idealism with the next drop. Both drops have been on the Brazilian side, but behind it also drops from the UK. However, 2 drops versus 1. The score is still way in UK's favor right now. Bubbleman and Idealism making drops on the jump, the longer jump just now. Get a sense of the lead right now. UK is leading about 130,000 points. However, anything can change in these last quarters, but however, it has to be pretty big of a drop on the UK side for anything to really happen, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, consistency is the name of the game for them, and they're definitely...
meant to drop on the jumps, though.
Yeah, that did just happen. But unless we see another drop, they should be able to hold this just off accuracy here.
Everyone's surviving that little bit of stream as well. And actually, it's really close. Wait,
it is very close.
God, Brazil took it in the spinner.
Did they take it in the spinner?
Brazil took it in the spinner. No
Holy
way.
shit! Did that just happen?
Brazil took it in the spinner. That makes it 3-1. Spin to win. Oh my god.
That takes a saying that I used to hear in a lot of MMOs to a whole nother level. Spin to win.
I'm having trouble believing that. What the heck?
That just happened. Freaking 475 points. That is
475 points. Ladies and gentlemen, do not discount Spinner.
That is ridiculous. Also, in the Mexico versus Argentina match, it is tied up 2-2 now. That just goes to show you should never give up till the very last second.
Yes, I'm confirming that Brazil was actually the winner of that.
Yes.
As reported by the MP match.
Yeah, UK did not win that, guy. That was absolutely ridiculous. $475 though, man.
Yes, if you do have any questions about who won and who lost the matches, you can go to the official MP match, and that will settle all disputes.
Yep, those are the raw score values there. So you don't have to worry about it being as because sometimes we do realize that the client might not catch something or someone disconnects right as the last score is coming in, but the MP client does not lose that stuff. It stays forever.
But yeah, 475 is literally one spin. In other words, if the UK had gotten, I think, one extra spin in, they would have taken it.
One more revolution, and they would have had it.
Alright, and Brazil makes their pick, Harino Sora. Got our double time pick that wasn't banned in here. And it looks like Brazil is now thinking to capitalize on their speed here.
Oh, for sure. I mean, at this point, it's like, okay, guys, we actually pulled that one off. Maybe we should take this a little more serious. Let's hit them with everything we've got. And why not?
Very potential momentum swinger there, especially to the morale of the Brazilian team.
Oh, for sure. All right, we're going to be getting this thing underway. This is potential match point for the United Kingdom, guys. But if Brazil has shown us anything, they can pull in a clutch. So hopefully we will see this match go out a little bit further. Oh man, if we got 2 tiebreakers in a row, that would be nice.
That'd be beautiful. Also, Mexico versus Argentina. Mexico won another pick, so it is tied 2-2. So it's not like the tiebreaker dream is dead everywhere.
Oh no.
It's very much alive everywhere.
Yeah, it feels like
very big accuracy.
Yeah, it feels like Brazil was saving this for the end, but as they thought, like, oh, that's not going to happen, so might as well just not use it. And then now that they're using it, as you can see, like, this is what I was talking about with Brazil. Their accuracy on fast maps is really high up there when other teams might have problems. Like, you start to see, like, the Shift, Doomsday even, having a 94% there. He'll pull up, but it's those early dips in accuracy when acclimating to double time after not playing it. Brazil doesn't have an acclimate time. They gotta go fast.
Yeah, it looks like Idealism, at least in the previous section, was rushing a lot of his hits. Just looking at his hit spread, and he actually misses right as I say that.
Yeah, that is not going to be good for him. But they do. Oh, and then
also.
Oh no!
Already, and we're approaching halfway into this map. So unless something devastating happens on the UK side, which still is possible, we're not going to see too much hope. So all eyes on UK, all eyes on Brazil to keep their scores up as well.
Nobody sneezed. It does look like the accuracies on the UK side are starting to pull back up. But Finier and Mouse Easy both showing like the strength of Brazil there, holding 99% on the double time. Very impressive. Idealism's accuracy's been a little bit on the low side this entire match, but the double time it's brought up quite a bit, and I do believe they'll be able to pull up to the 97% mark before the end of this map. But I don't know if that's going to be enough here. I mean, Brazil is doing well now. They're catching back up, but they really can't do much if the UK isn't going to break. And it doesn't look like they're going to break at all.
Yep, it looks like we're approaching the outro, and the UK are holding a very comfortable lead over Brazil. And I feel like even a break at this point won't be enough, seeing that Idealism and Mertrax are both hovering around 600,000 in terms of score, compared
Yeah.
to everyone else who is above 1 million. I think that's way too much of score deficit. And the United Kingdom will take that 4th point over Brazil, giving them the win 4-1.
I think even if Doomsday had failed, which is the lowest score on their team, which is crazy when you think about it, even if he failed, I don't think it would have been enough point advantage for Brazil to come back there. They just pulled so far ahead near the end.
Yeah, those 2 misses actually really devastated the Brazilian team, unfortunately.
Yeah, and it does look like that is going to conclude this match. Congratulations to the United Kingdom. Brazil, definitely give it another